I taught at the University of Pennsylvania for 4 years, and I also taught at law school. And the idea that democracy is inevitable is just not true.
The strong bond brought me back in 2017 when I was a professor at the University of Pennsylvania. After no longer being vice president, I became a professor at the University of Pennsylvania for 4 years. I had more time with Xi Jinping of China than any world leader has. When I was vice president and when I was out of the office for 4 years when I was a professor, and then now as president. I taught at the University of Pennsylvania for 4 years, and I used to teach political theory. And by the way, when I left the vice presidency, I had a chance to do a number of things, but I became a professor at the University of Pennsylvania and presidential politics. And I enjoyed it, but it's hard. That's the other thing people don't realize. It's hard. So I became a full professor at the University of Pennsylvania. I was a professor at the University of Pennsylvania. Things were going fine. The University of Pennsylvania, where I taught. The 4 years after being vice president, I was a professor at Penn.
Ms. Magill, as president of UPenn, can you give us some insight into why Joe Biden was paid almost $1 million by UPenn? What were his responsibilities when he is at UPenn? Did he teach a class?
I appreciate the question. President Biden was a professor of practice at University of Pennsylvania for a little over 2 years. My understanding is that his salary was $400,000 a year. We also had Mr. Jeb Bush as a professor of practice at University of Pennsylvania. President Biden had a wide variety of obligations. He was in many different classes.
What obligations exactly did he have?
He held seminars. He was in many different classes. He interacted with thousands of students over the time he was there. Mm-hmm. He invited speakers. The goal of the center was to enhance.
For $400,000, anonymous Chinese donations poured into UPenn after your university hired Joe Biden, and he appeared to have a no-show job.
And I love your ears.